Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thanks very much for watching our earwax removal compilation video today. So you can see in this first particular patient's ear canal, quite a deep little piece of wax. What can we see in the middle? It's the dent again. People stop using Q-tips, please, because it causes no end of trouble for us. So you can see this really big dent right in the middle, and it's been pushed in with a cotton bud or a Q-tip, and it's really kind of compacted the wax. It's squished it everywhere it shouldn't be again. So you can see it's really kind of tough old stuff, this one. Now there will be hundreds of people in the comment section go, I've used Q-tips my entire life and I've never had any wax at all. That's true. Wax production is genetic. You were just one of the really lucky people that don't produce a tremendous amount of wax, so therefore you're not getting a lot out on the Q-tip. But for some people who produce a lot of wax by using the Q-tip, it just causes more problems, really. Don't forget, they were never designed to be put in your ears. I know everyone says it feels lovely, but it's not designed to be put in there. Read the back of the packet. It says it in the back of the packet. So what you've got here is this really tough old piece of, I got off my soapbox now, really tough old piece of wax. It's just gone really, really solid, but super sticky around the outside edge as well. So you can see it's really hanging on in there. It does not want to come away very well. So we're just trying to detach from around the outside edge. The difficulty is because it's been kind of squished in the middle, it sort of expands out the sides and they just weld themselves to the canal wall. So as you're trying to get this plug, you're kind of holding onto it, and you could wiggle your socks off there and that is not going to come away. So we've really got to try and detach. But normally the way you detach from the ear canal walls, you lift or move it away from the side it's detached, attached on. The difficulty here is because it's attached on all sides, when you lift from one side, you just re-stick it to the opposing canal wall. So really, really difficult one to do. You can see that little bit of olive oil just coating the cilia here. Let's see if I can break a piece away. The goal here is to first of all get it away from the eardrum. That gives us a bit more wiggle room. If I can break a piece away as well, it also means I can lift in the opposite direction to detach it from the side of the canal wall that's stuck. So you can see I'm really holding on to this. Let's have a look. There we go. Let's go on the side here. If I can drop it forwards enough, then sometimes you can go in there with a tool then to kind of just nip over the top. That top section there is coming away nicely. You can see it peeling down that one side. See how it's just starting to peel away? Now if we can do that on the opposite now and move it across to the side we've just peeled, then we can get that away. There we are. You can see that grayer material there. It's a little bit of loose skin, dead skin coming away with it. It's slowly coming down the canal. It's actually, with every wiggle, it's coming a little bit further down the canal. This is another thing that comes up in the comment section. Why do we call it up the canal and down the canal? I don't know whether that's a colloquial thing that I do. Down would be bringing it down towards me, and up would be going away from me on the camera. So I think that might just be something I use. I'm not too sure. You could say it the other way around, but this is just the way I refer to it. So you can see it's coming away really, really well. There we go. It's just about coming away. I think it might be a Welsh thing, because I think if I was going down, depending on my direction of travel, if I'm going in, I probably would be going down. If I'm going up towards me, I'd be going up. I'm not too sure. But anyway, it's coming away really, really well. You can see that little bit of loose skin, but look at all that sitting behind it. That was a solid old block of wax. You can see just how deep it was as well. So this is what it looked like before, with a big depression in the middle. And then you can see this is what it looked like after. So all those little bits now are going to start migrating out the way they should do. So this is the patient's other ear canal here. You can see that central section of wax there, very, very deep. Now wax isn't supposed to be down there. That's not supposed to look like wax, because basically this should just be bits of skin and stuff away that deep in the canal. But we've got this big section at the top here that's coming away nicely. Is it going to draw the whole thing out is the question. So out that comes. You can see that little sort of arch of wax there. There we go. We got a good grip on that. There we are. Now, did we get everything, or is there something left behind? There's a little bit left behind, so we'll just grab those bits. That little dark section there, peeled off. There we go. The other section as well. Is that going to come out with it? Yes. Ooh, baby. There it goes. It's coming. A little bit of hair was just embedded in both sections. So that's come away really, really nicely. Let's have a look behind that. There we go. There's the eardrum looking much, much better on that side. You could have a little sneak peek at the eardrum there, but there was a lot pressed really, really deep in there. So we have, oh, if I squish that a little bit up, 2 3/4 centimeters, I reckon that's probably at 1 and oh my goodness, I can't speak today. 1 1/16 of an inch if we squished it together. 1 1/8 if we don't. There you go. Dealer's choice. So you can see we're just getting into, I think this is the last patient in this compilation. So we've got this one, patient not really suffering with any hearing issues. The reason being, we've got lots of blocks of wax, all kind of sitting really kind of jaggedy angles, all one over the top of the other here. So we're just going to give this a good old clear through, take these little bits away on this side as well. Let's lift this section from here. This was actually a patient who was having more issues as far as their hearing aid was concerned. So their hearing aid was giving off a lot of high-pitched shrill whistle. We call that feedback. And that's quite common if you've got wax in your ears. The sound coming out the hearing aid hits the wax, bounces back, and if you've got any gaps there, it'll feed back into the system, giving this high-pitched shrill whistle. Same if you ever get a microphone put near a speaker, it's exactly the same thing. So we're just tidying up in here. There we go. You can see some quite dry bits in there as well. There was some olive oil in here as well, but patient, there you go. Looking much, much better. Tiny, tiny bit of dry skin just at the top, but I couldn't leave that there to get rid of it. So we're just going in, and the technique we're using here is just to drop the suction tube over the top and scrape backwards, and it's going to take those little bits off. You can see how those sort of higgledy-piggledy bits all one over the top of the other there. So this is the patient's other ear canal. Very similar story here. This is usually a good indication of a very dry ear canal, because you've got all these blocks of quite knobbly sort of wax blocks that all sit over the top of one another, and that's usually lots of flakes of little bits of dry skin that get kind of all bind together, and you get some long strips of dry skin as well. But this is coming away really well. Look at how this is coming away. You've got a grip on the first section, and they were all kind of almost interlaced together, so it all came out in one big chunk. Look at that. Long strip. So even though they were kind of blocks of wax, there was quite a long strip of it in there. Lots of little bits. You can see what I mean about that kind of knobbly kind of look to the wax there. Lots of little teeny weeny pieces. A little bit of dry skin. That's a little bit of dry skin flicking up in front of the camera there. So let's go in here. Let's grab all these tiny bits. There we go. And a little bit up there. And a little bit there. Hey, there we go. Lovely. It's a couple of little... Oh, there's a little piece to the side. Can we grab that? There we go. And a little bit of dry skin. Let's take that bit out. Well, perfect. There we go. So we just get that good old tidy up. So this is what it looked like at the start. We'll get there eventually. That's what it looks like at the end, so looking very, very good. You can see that long strip that we took away there around about that sort of 3/4 of an inch mark. That white, or that lighter colour strip there, that was the piece we took out of the second ear canal there. So I would say, what's that, 7/8 of an inch, just over 2 centimeters there, guys. So yeah, long old strip. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I did voicing over. Don't forget, don't use Q-tips. Don't make me tell you again. So as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and I shall see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.